Welcome to Linden Capital Advisors, where financial freedom is just around the corner. Today we'll be taking a look at the cash flow and net worth statements for Mark and Debbie Brown. First of all, we'll take a look at their client profile, and then we'll review their net worth based on their current balance sheet. Next, we'll take a look at their cash flows based on their cash flow statement. And finally, we'll review their financial ratios using standard financial planning benchmarks. These are our clients, Mark Brown and Debbie Brown. Mark is age 64 and Debbie is age 60. They're both residents of the great state of Texas. They're citizens of the United States, and they're both currently in excellent health condition. They have two kids, Chris Brown, who is age 35, and Sarah Green, who is age 30. They also have two grandkids, Kaysen and Noah, ages 5 and 3. Taking a look here at their current net worth, they currently have total assets of $3,015,000. Their total debt is $263,000. And this puts their net worth at $2,750,000. Moving on now to their current discretionary cash flows. They have total income of $252,000 per year. Their total dedicated expenses are $154,000. Their total discretionary expenses are about $92,000 per year. And this puts their discretionary cash flow at about $5,500 per year. Finally, we'll take a look here at their financial ratios. And their financial ratios are tools we use to get an idea of their overall financial well-being. And the first one is their current ratio. The current ratio is their current assets divided by their current liabilities. And we like to see a number greater than 1, and they're currently at 4. The next one is their debt ratio. So this is their debt to asset ratio. And we like to see a number less than 40%. They're currently at 9%. Moving on to the next one, we have their long-term debt coverage ratio. And this tells us their ability to cover their long-term debts with their income. And we like to see a number greater than 2.5, and they're currently at 6.8. Their debt to income ratio is their debt compared to their monthly gross income. So we like to see a number on this one that is less than 15%, and they're currently below that percentage. And the next one is the front-end mortgage qualification ratio, and this takes their payments of principal, interest, taxes, and insurance and compares that to their monthly gross income. And we like to see a number that is less than 28%, and they're currently at 14%. The next one is the back-end mortgage qualification ratio, which is very similar to the previous one with the addition of their recurring debt payments in the numerator. So this one is one that we like to see that below 36%, and they're currently at 20%. And moving on to the next one, we have their savings to gross income, or their savings ratio. And this one tells us how much they're contributing to their savings accounts compared to their annual gross income. And we like to see a number that is greater than 10%, currently at 26%. With this number, the larger the better. And the last one is their emergency fund ratio, which tells us how well they can cover their non-discretionary expenses each month with their current available assets. So we like to see a number that is greater than 6, meaning that they can cover 6 months worth of non-discretionary spending if the need were to arise. They're currently at 18. Here we have their financial debt ratios. So as mentioned in the previous slide, their debt to income ratio is low, and that's a good thing. Also, their debt ratio is in line with the standard financial planning benchmark, so that's also a positive. And then lastly, we have their front end and back end mortgage qualification ratios. And as of right now, their primary source of debt is their mortgage. They also have two additional sources of debt, which are their car loans. However, by far and away, their largest debt is their mortgage. One of the Browns' concerns was the question of should they pay off their debt before retiring? And that's an excellent question. Stay tuned because we'll be talking more about our specific recommendations for them with regards to paying off their debt before retiring. And we're excited for what they can accomplish as they move closer to retirement. Ultimately, our goal here at Linden Capital Advisors is to help the Brown family go from a good financial position to a great financial position. And we look forward to continuing to work with them and helping them achieve their financial goals.